Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Washington Commanders and the Minnesota Vikings. Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. Keneduagu now out of his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. First play, here's Cousins. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. To throw, Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Fourth down, Cousins. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Looking to throw, Heineke. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. Touchdown! Curtis Samuel, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are on the board first here this afternoon. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
An extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Nwangwu now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it. And then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it. But I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up and negate the touchdown that was just given up.
And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 71 yards. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
Cook is in. Touchdown, Minnesota. But that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Gibson. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
And they'll try to throw now. Heineke. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24. A give up the middle to Gibson. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Heineke. Thomas has got it, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
A throw left side caught here by the tight end Bates. And he's going to have a Commanders first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. (7-7) our score after 1.
The score time 7-7.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Throwing, Heineke. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Straight ahead, Gibson. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. So they need 2 yards here on third down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive. Heineke to throw it. And this pass broken up. The contact, low time there, and now fourth down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Now Heineke on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Oh, he bowls over it. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Now Cousins. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing is Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings! Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. They'll try the sneak, and he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches, and the 2-point attempt is turned aside. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. On play action, Heineke. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On first and 10, it's Gibson. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. We've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Fourth down, Heineke. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Vikings are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down. As you said, in the red zone, definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Cousins on first down. That is caught by Thielen. Touchdown, Vikings! Adam Thielen, 71 yards. And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And now to give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Hey, we're good, we're good. Good route there. Hey, no, easy, easy. Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Cousins will try and throw. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Jamin Davis.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
7 yards there on the first down screen play.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
Final play of the half here, Heineke. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit. The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
On third down, Heineke. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. A handoff for Gibson. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Heineke now. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35. That one goes for 24 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now Heineke. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Now Heineke. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are back within a score. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And this is back to a 5-point game.
19. Commanders 14.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that can overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Play action now. Cousins. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Listen to me.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And that is incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins. Throw caught there by Osborne. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go play action. Cousins. We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. And the Commanders are going to have it here just past the 25. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. But now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The quick slant, good for a first down, a gain of 12. And here's a give to Gibson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And yet again, he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. One side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
They'll run with Cook. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Bring up 48. First.
To throw is Cousins. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Cousins gets this one out wide quickly. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Cook. He is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Play fake. Cousins. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. 3rd and goal for Cousins. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. He's at the 50, 30, 10, 5, and he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the 4th. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they have to try and move past that pick 6 because now they're dealing with a 4th quarter deficit, and they need this drive to end in points. Back to it after the pick 6. Cousins. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing, Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Bobby McCain.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Vikings are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Following the interception, Cousins. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got a man, complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They run it again with Cook. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Now Cousins.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Running for it, here's Cook. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts,
as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. He's back to throw.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked by Cameron Bynum, and the Vikings have just about sewn up this football game.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Cousins here to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand. And that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. Oh, no, he lost the football. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Vikings have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this down near the 25. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time.